With all due honor and praise to the Most High, we worship Thee through the divine image of our lives. Amen. Welcome to the Horseman Law Podcast, and we black at it. What's happening, people? This is episode 5, season 2, and we black at you with this info, and I'm happy to be here. And I hope everybody's doing well, everybody's healthy, everybody feels good, and we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna talk about some good stuff tonight. A whole lot has been going on since the last episode. Football season started. Those of you who are into the sports, I tell you what though, that Monday night game with Tampa Bay versus Baltimore, I believe it was a Monday night game, was amazing. I watched the whole game. I mean, that's the first time I've ever watched a football game from kickoff to the end, and that was a good game. Lamar Jackson, and of course the so-called GOAT. Well, he is the GOAT. I ain't gonna even act like he ain't that good. But yeah, they killed him, man. It was 4 quarters, overtime. It was wild. And shout out to that brother. He did a good job. Lamar Jackson. They lost, but it was a hell of a game. And shout out to Allegiant Stadium, man. That stadium is crazy. The Raiders. I mean, what can I say, man? Stadium is immaculate. All the VIP seating, stadium seating, um, is dope. And I think if you're going to watch a football game, that's the way to watch it in a stadium like that. And it's just getting better. They're building more stadiums. They're going to be looking better. They're going to appeal more to the VIP, those who can pay enough money for the private booths and stuff like that. So, hey, if you got the money, splurge. They got a new stadium going up for the Clippers. That's crazy. Dallas Stadium. Those of you who've been there, amazing, and it just opens the floor for more tours and more artists to perform at these stadiums. And I think that's dope. That's major. So look out for that. Try to get on board for that. Try to be prepared for that, and keep it pushing. Holyfield and I think his name is Vito Belfort, former UFC fighter. Back in the day, those of you who remember, Vito was a monster. And Holyfield, man, one of my legends, man. It was so sad to see him go out like that, but we got to stop it. We got to end that. This whole trend of putting our legends out there as sacrificial lambs, that's got to stop. We got to stop. I mean, the Tyson thing, Tyson Roy Jones, that was a great show, but that was just two old boxers having a sparring match. When we start trying to put our old legends against MMA fighters, who are younger, clearly in better shape, yeah, last minute fight. I mean, come on, we got to stop. We got to stop that. So the way we do stop that is to stop the need for it. Holyfield's got to eat. His family's got to eat. So we got to make sure he's fed, man. Take care of our people. We got to take care of our legends. And that's not just in boxing or fighting, but how about hip hop? How about everything? We got to start taking care of our own people. Because as you can see, yeah, they ain't finna do nothing for us. And we also got to make sure the money's right, man. The money's right. Listen, they're making so much money off these streams, these apps, this new wave of entertainment, this new digital form of entertainment. And we got to get a piece of that. We got to get a real piece of that. So Um, let's start focusing on opening up our own Trillers. No disrespect to Triller, shout out to Triller, but let's start. Come on, man. Let's start utilizing. If we gonna put our own people out there like that, come on. Let's eat. Let's all eat. Let's all get a piece of it. And I'm gonna preach that every time I do a show. Every time I do a show, I'm gonna preach us capitalizing on us. Let's change that mindset. Let's change that fixed mindset of everybody else profiting off us, and let's start profiting. Let's start profiting us off us. Let's start doing that because everybody's eating. Everybody's eating. They're getting fat, and our legends are starving. So we got to stop that. Now, something else I want to discuss, man. And those of you who are aware, I'm gonna try to word this properly. I'm gonna try to put this all in the right. So catch on if you can catch on. You know, those of you who witnessed and watched Don Lemon, Joy Reid, all these people do what they did to the young sister. Full disclosure, I worked for the sister for a while, and even though we didn't end on, what you could say, good terms, if you could say that or not, or whatever, I still feel a need to stand up for the sister because I don't want to see anybody bullied. I don't want to see nobody pressured or extorted for their opinions, especially one of ours. I don't want to see that. And what happened was wrong. And we should, as a people, you got to stand up and start speaking out for that. You know, just because your opinion is different from theirs, just because you believe something different than they do, they don't get the right to try to extort you and browbeat you into submission. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I know it's in the bosom of white culture. When you're laying in the bosom of white culture, it feels good, and they're patting you on the head and they're rubbing you to sleep and good boy, good boy. I know that's cool, but you still gotta get off that lap. You still gotta get down and come to the real world, and they're gonna make sure you do. I promise you, they're gonna make sure you do. I promise you, when the pats on the head stop coming, and you got to come down to where we are, where the people are, you're gonna have to answer for all that. Now, I ain't talking about violence. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about you're gonna have to answer for the way you represented yourself in front of company. Straight up. My mom was big on that. The way you represent, nothing can get you your ass whooped faster than misbehaving in front of company. So when you start acting up in front of company and then you come home, oh, you getting your ass whooped. So don't do that. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And I'm not saying, I'm figuratively. If you showing out in front of company, if you out there putting on a show, this goes for everybody. If you showing out in front of company, you got to come home at some point. At some point, you got to come to the house. And when you get to the house, you're going to have to answer for all that. Straight like that. Now, the medication, whether or not you want to take the medication is on you. It's a personal choice. So whether or not you want to do it, whether or not you want to fall in line, whether or not you want to, you know, be like everybody else, that's on you. Make that your personal choice, make that your personal decision, and nobody should influence that, right? Your body, your choice. And if you're going to believe that for everybody, Well, if you're going to believe that for somebody, you're going to have to believe that for everybody. It's your choice. But I tell you what, it's the fuckery. It's the fuckery. That's what gives you pause. When they start backing that thing up, when they start giving you free burgers and fries, donuts. Oh, donuts, man. That's a cheap shot. But when they start doing stuff like that, free weed. Come on, man. Rats get free cheese. Rats get free cheese. So that's how I feel about that. And salute to that sister. Um, I hope everything works out. I hope she stands firm. I hope she doesn't buckle to the pressure. Sadly, sadly, she got bigger balls than a lot of you cats. And that's a fucking shame. Her balls are bigger than most of you motherfuckers. And I'm talking about the gun toting gangsters. You motherfuckers is bending over backwards, shaking it. Sad. It's pathetic. But salute to that sister, man, and her family, and hope everything's well with that. We're gonna get Killa Jay on the horn as soon as we can. Talk to him, let him chop it up, break down some knowledge to y'all while you're out in the field. We got things to discuss, stuff to go over, and I'm looking forward to it. So how y'all feeling out there, man? Oh shit, Killa Jay. Come on, man. We black at it. Same old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Back in the bosom of this city called Las Vegas. What's good with you? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Go ahead. Oh man, it was blessed, man. Got a little workout in. I can't complain. Can't complain at all. Get it. Come on. I'm already lighting up. Let's get it popping. Whew. Yo, you peeked what I sent you, right? Oh yeah, he definitely getting this shit right.
I'm right now, boy.
How many packs of that shit you still stuffing your mouth with?
You gonna smoke? I'm gonna spit. All right.
Fact.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you. So look, you know me. First, let me say this. We're blessed. Everybody's healthy and strong. Family's doing good. Everybody's staying gainfully employed.
Mm.
Man. This world, man. So I was reading some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to figure out is they had a guy named Scott Yale, right? He was doing security for the officer that murdered George Floyd, right?
Mm.
This guy lied about his permits, made this elaborate story about bulletproof SUVs, armed guard detail. It was nothing such. But the crazy part is the fraternal order of the police department of Minnesota hired the guy.
Wow.
He wasn't a carry gun. He had no credentials. What they did is somehow they subcontract him with another security company from Minnesota. And the guy he got paid by the Inside Edition and said they was in there taste testing food before the guy got it. Now, I myself personally have done the escort years ago, long time ago, right?
Yeah.
The game's manager beat up this DJ in DC. I think his name is Shaka Zulu or Zulu, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Had beat up this manager.
Mm-hmm.
Witnesses were going to court, and a radio station wanted the security team to escort the people involved in the case to like from the hotel to the courthouse, but security didn't go inside. You just took them to the courthouse and waited for them to come outside.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
But he said like that he made it all this other crazy stuff. What was going on? Now, not say too much. Now, I've never seen a situation like that before, but I have seen a situation where if you had a court case that you was able to maneuver certain ways to go in and out. I have seen that before, but I've never seen a situation where a security detail is coming to the actual courtroom with the client before. I've never seen that before.
Wow.
I don't even think the security team for years ago, there's a guy named Michael Skako. He was the Kennedy's cousin. He killed this girl. He's like 14. He had a security team out of Connecticut, but I don't even think they went inside the actual courtroom. I know they escorted him to and from. Shit, even Red J, when he escorted Dr. Hope,
right,
when she testified against Brett Kavanaugh for the rape thing.
I remember that.
They stood by the door.
Yeah, I remember that. Right.
But it amazed me. Is Minnesota that fucking racist, that state, that a white cop killed an unarmed black man for some bogus shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have a white security guard with no credentials, and he still gets the job.
Come on. Well, see, we know that, man. We know that already.
You know this. He signed a non-disclosure form, so everything he just got paid for, they can sue him.
Damn.
Like, are these people that thirsty for fame?
Absolutely. But we already know this already, man. If you got the right complexion, if you got the right complexion for the job, that is your resume. You don't need experience. No experience necessary.
You know what I always say, Tank? All food doesn't need mayonnaise. Sometimes you cook without it.
You can't put that shit on everything, huh?
You've never seen anybody eat lasagna with mayonnaise. It's crazy, no? Some of these chefs don't know what they be cooking, bro.
Facts. Cooking straight trash.
Bro, you know what just alarms me also? I seen something on TV. This black gentleman in Illinois, right? See, people be forgetting.
Yeah.
A lot of us have done security. We've had the opportunity to go to these big cities in these states, and they got some small rural counties that still think it's Andy Griffin or Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people get tricked off. Yeah, Chicago, but Chicago got some rural areas. Illinois, Minnesota, you already know what's up with that. Ohio, the same way. There's some rural towns in these cities. I mean, there's some rural cities in these states. So a black gentleman, he had pneumonia, whatever. A lot of times you go to the hospital, you're allowed to walk around with the IV thing.
Mm-hmm.
The person locked him up, said he was stealing it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, they doing a whole bunch of fuck shit. You see that video I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. This type of shit right here is just you got a man that's fully handcuffed, being taken out, and you just gonna fire on this brother. Jackson, Mississippi.
Let me tell you something. Home of the great C.J. Gibson. Let me tell you something. People be forgetting in states like in those type of states, it's still the South.
Yes, right.
Like, this is what I want. When all these tough ass, you know what I'm saying, cops do all this crazy shit, I wish it's like back in the yard. It's called fight night.
Mm.
Everybody put their ID into a bag. When your name got drawn, you do two things: help or you knuckle up.
Yep.
All these tough cops in these different cities and states. How about this? Let's meet somewhere.
Mm.
You want to beat somebody down in handcuffs? 10 of y'all one of us? No, look, let's go here, dog.
Yeah.
I'll bring my 10. You bring your 10.
Exactly.
Best team wins.
Exactly. Take the badge off. Take the gun off. If you feel that bad, if you feel that, hey, old school. Fight.
Yeah.
Let a man fight for his freedom.
Yeah.
I win, I go free. You lose, I go in. No problem.
The thing that is so bizarre is that y'all. Listen, to me, man. I love my offspring more than anything in life. He put his hands on me. I promise you, they're gonna be talking about him for the rest of his life. Like I'm tired of seeing this shit, dog. Like I've never seen so much crazy. Like I really, it behooves me. Like just think of all the people back in the 50s, 60s, 20s, 30s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, it was 2021. 2021, police officers still beating black people up.
Come on. Handcuffed?
Handcuffed?
Come on. And not going straight to jail?
Yeah.
Talk about we going to investigate. What do you need to investigate? It's right there, obvious, in video.
You know what my motto is? When you got that badge, you break the law, put them in general population.
Mm-hmm.
Do not play a wolf on the street, then get into the goddamn yard, and now you want to know, you want to become a Christian, you want to stay in your cell, you want peace. No.
Mainland.
You was a killer. You was a killer.
Mm-hmm.
Put him in the yard.
Walk it. And make them walk it.
Yeah.
And make them walk it.
I'm a firm believer.
Yeah. That's right.
Iron is the only thing that doesn't get wrinkles out. Neither is Botox. There's something stronger than iron. There's something stronger than Botox to get the wrinkles out. Put their ass in general population. Let's see what you do, boy.
Knock your ass right up. That's exactly what they do.
You can do three things. You can be the best socks and boxer washer in America, or you gonna have a husband, a wife, and a sugar daddy. That just behooves me. Like, what the fuck is really going on? The most scariest thing in life is how these people try to act like January 6th never happened. It just behooves. I just want somebody, all these people that look like you and me, that have these platforms, just don't talk about it one time. This was so crazy, right? You got all these people talking about, they're prisoners of war. They're unjust. First of all, nobody went to prison. That's number one. You guys are in jails or federal detention centers. You're not in nobody's prison. When you're in jail, you're in isolation.
Most of them on house arrest.
I'm talking about the ones that are incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
I can promise you, they put them boys in that D.C. jail population. I promise you, Southeast will show them how to act. See, that's the thing. You always talk about, because right now, Tank, if you and me do something, I promise you, within 72 hours, we're going to be in general population.
Of course. As soon as possible.
Why is it bad for us fighting, whatever else we got to do, the fucked up food, the roaches, the rodents, all this crazy shit, but for them, they prisoners of war are unfalsely treated?
Yeah.
See, the people that look like us that have these platforms, these news channels, these social media, listen to me. There's more to life than talk about live on Sunday. There's more to life than posting pictures of a chain or a watch or a car that you probably don't even own. Talk about the real stuff that exists in real society. That's the part that gets me.
Right.
Like, I don't know nobody that's a bodyguard that's 21 years old. I don't know nobody that's a bodyguard that's 25 years old. Everybody knows a grown man. So if you're a grown man, live by grown man rules, majority of these guys are fathers. Majority of these guys probably have grandkids. Majority of these guys are trying to be established gentlemen in life, providers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a grown man, live like a grown man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're 21 years old and you're in this business, you're thriving, I commend you all the way. Keep going, brother. Keep going.
That's right. I mean, I saw a lot of those brothers in Atlanta last week. I mean, a lot of good brothers, man, and they was rolling heavy.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Carrying heavy. Beautiful thing. I loved it. I loved it. And I salute those brothers.
If you're going to carry, know your state, know your rights. Just because we can carry just like they can carry.
Yep. The same thing. And you can carry the same thing. This is the only problem I have. Know what you're doing with it, though.
Yep.
It don't make no sense to have it and not train with it. Train with it. Know how to use it. Know how to carry it properly. Know how to, know how to handle it. It ain't good enough just to have it. You got to know how to handle it.
Go to not just that, Tank. Not just know how to shoot it. Make sure you clean that thing. Do not keep ammunition stocked up inside the magazine for over 3 years.
Come on, talk about it. Yeah, how much ammo you got?
Yeah.
How much ammo
you got?
Ammunition. Yeah. It makes no good to go. It makes no difference, or it does you no good to go out and buy $1,000 weapon if you can't afford the ammo.
Yes. And I ain't talking about a week's supply. I'm talking about
1,000 rounds minimum. 1,000 rounds. I'm gonna say that again. 1,000 rounds. If you don't have 1,000 rounds at home with your firearm, you are doing yourself an incredible disjustice.
Yes. And we all know, listen, October 4th, I think in Las Vegas, there's a gun show. Come on down, get what you got to get.
Stock up.
And take another thing, these families out here, I'm not saying what you should do, you shouldn't do, but y'all need to sit down, husband and wife, or baby's father, baby's mama, and discuss this vaccine stuff. Let you know what I'm saying. Make it a dual effort. Either we're not going to do it, or we're going to do it. Let everybody be on the same page in their household on what they're going to do about putting something in their body. Just be on point
and stand on it.
And whichever way you go, just stand on it.
Stand on it. Don't be bullied. Don't be forced into taking nothing.
But this what gets me. This is what throws me off, right? We had the AIDS epidemic in America, right? I never saw no commercials for condoms. And this is the crazy. I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna say some real shit to you, right? You had an AIDS epidemic on the street, right?
On the street, yeah.
And they didn't do anything about condoms. But if you went to Singer Attica, they passed out condoms. So what the hell is that? What's going on?
They setting it up.
So don't worry about that sausage on the street. But when you go behind them, I'm confused. Like, what is the fucking Surgeon General saying now?
Facts.
Just think this, right? In the past 10 years, right? You can name, before this coronavirus came, you could really much name all the epidemics we had. We had the E. coli, we had the SARS on the West Coast in Oregon, we had the measles outbreak,
swine flu.
You had the foot and mouth ass flu.
Yeah. What was it? What was it? E something.
E. coli.
E. coli.
No,
Ebola. Yeah.
I didn't see nobody rushing out here to get a vaccine for that.
Come on. Especially not in 6 months.
Nah. But see, Tank, this is the crazy part, right? If you watch this shit, what was the ugly ass white woman's name? Nancy Reagan, the war on drugs, moms against drugs, all this stuff. That's back when marijuana, and I don't do any drugs. That's back when marijuana was supposed to be the worst drug in America.
Facts.
Okay, all this stuff. It was a war. But then you had the pill factories, and you had these doctors giving out these prescriptions, and it's epidemic. But
poison.
The same people that are making the virus, the same people that are doing the vaccines are Johnson & Johnson. They got sued for the pills, and they got sued for the talcum powder. You had Pfizer. They had a $2 billion lawsuit, but they just made $60 billion off of fucking the vaccine.
Crazy. And fentanyl was created by a pharmaceutical company.
Now just look at this. In the past month, look at all these overdoses of fentanyl.
Come on.
So why can't it be why was it never a war on these pills, but it's a war on marijuana or whatever else they were doing? I'm confused.
and why they ain't getting hit with the RICO.
I'm gonna blow your mind. If you do the history of what's it called FC, what's it called MDAN, that shit was designed for when psychiatrists and psychologists of the military.
Was it MDNA? What the fuck?
Yeah, MDA, to calm down
Okay.
the patient, to put them in a euphoria state of mind when they talk to them. Then it was some people realized, oh, you can do this and do that with it. You realize every drug that is fucking us up, the government already had in place.
Mm.
Look at this. That's like back in the Vietnam War, they gave everybody LSD.
Yep. And heroin.
And heroin.
Yeah. Had all those vets coming back fucked up, strung out.
And Tank, and this is me too, right? I'm a little bit. I love the military. I'm a little bit hurt because all these platforms, Jocko Wright, all these guys talking. Why won't anybody? This is one thing as a man. If you step in shit, you gotta be like, you know what? I stepped in shit. All you guys know that the war over there was a lie. That's number one. Number two, there's more post-traumatic syndrome, amputees, homeless people. Why? This was so crazy, right? Everybody says I'm a patriot. Number one, this is a voluntary military. Take your ass to the military. That's number one. Number two, why are anybody talking about the fact that you say all this shit, but there's still homeless vets on the street?
Right.
All this flag waving, this
Right.
color, there's still homeless vets on the street that y'all walk by every day.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. This was so crazy, right? If you a man, right? Exception to maybe your football coach or your martial arts instructor or your boxing coach, you can see taking advice from somebody that's way older than you, right? Mm-hmm. How the fuck can Donald Trump talk about anything heroic, physical, or violent, and this nigga don't know how to zip up his zipper? Mm. He can't maneuver drinking a glass of water. But this guy can lead people. That's the part. If you're gonna pick your leader, let him be a cyborg. How you gonna pick a goddamn 80-year-old marshmallow? Come on. Look at his offspring.
Come on. And that go for him. That go for him and Biden.
It's the dog world. It's the mama scratch, the daddy scratch. Them puppies will come out scratching. They're gonna be pets or they're gonna be dog food. It's just that simple. Mm-hmm. Or they're gonna be a bait dog. In the human society, we put the weakest people as the leaders. What I tell you before, Tank, this is the only time in our generation where the prey dictates anything to a predator. Facts. Now, this is the funny shit. You go to any hood in the world, the guy that's getting robbed, beat up, mama's house shot up, he's not running the block. But society, this is who we taking orders from.
Mm-hmm. This who's making the decisions. That's who, and supposedly they want to tell you you've elected these people to make these decisions. Get the fuck
I'm gonna tell you something. People, be smart. Do not put all your money into the banks. Make sure you guys have at least, if you can, $5,000 to $10,000 cash in your safe. Do not put all your money into the banks, man. Oh no. Just realize when you get these money earning interest checking and savings accounts, you have to pay for these accounts. Like Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, and Bank of America, you have to have a certain percentage in that account because they're what's it called? You're getting paid. They're taking money out of that.
Right. Not only that, you got the government who wants access to all your accounts.
Yes. And when we doing these wires and get paid by these clients, remember this. Look at the paperwork. A lot of times these wires to get the money to come to you, they're charging $25 or $30. When you got to send the wire out, it's $25 or $30. So remember this. So there's got to be a different way. That's what I'm saying. When you have a business account set up, where a lot of times you invoice the people for your money, you got to make sure you're dealing with a bank that's not charging you $25 or $30. That's why a lot of times it pays to have a federal credit union because they're only going to charge, I think, $10 or $5, $15 at the most for a wire. Well, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Chase are going to rob you. Yep. And when you go to these banks, do not let somebody that's a glorified bank teller tell you they're a fucking financial advisor. Man, you work by the counter.
And pay attention. They want access to your accounts, any account over $600.
Yes.
Please start setting up your LLCs and your corporation. Yes. They cannot get into corporate accounts. The government cannot get into your corporate accounts, but your private accounts,
Nope.
they will go into your accounts. They will track your Cash Apps. They will track your Venmos. They're gonna start tracking all that
Yeah.
shit. So
Listen to me. If the government can shut down OnlyFans, all them girls doing, all they're doing is showing and selling, slinging pussy, which is they're doing. Then they're shutting their money down. What do you think will do about the Venmo, the Cash App? Because remember this, there's no way that Venmo or Cash App or Zelle should have a limit on your money, on what you can and cannot send. That's why you have a Venmo or Cash App, set it up as a business where your money, all that money's not really fucked with.
exactly. And you got to remember, this is a cash business, right? So most of the people in our field, this is a cash business. If you ain't taking taxes out of that cash,
Gentlemen, try to get a merchant account where at the end of the day, when they want to pay you, it's on your card. Swipe that card, it's right to my account.
Yep. And remember, when you do that, you got the option to take out taxes.
Yep. And take this reality. If you have an LLC account, it's a business account. You can have a year before you do your taxes. Because this reality, if you have the right type of financial person with you, based upon the pandemic and you know what I'm saying, how the economy is real bad, you can personally, like, you can squabble a little bit, but bro, I lost the bodyguard game, where security game was shut down for a year. Everybody get back on their feet. You can wiggle a little bit. You have a little wiggle room.
Exactly. But you can't do that with a personal account. If you just got a personal account, they looking at your shit.
Yeah.
They're looking at your shit, and they got algorithms and all kind of shit going through your shit, so they know whether or not you've paid taxes on any deposits or any fucking transfers.
Yeah.
They setting it up.
And if you can, be careful what state your vehicle's resident, because there's no way in fuck that you should be paying personal property tax on something you own. Because remember, prime example, some states think you have to do the inspection. You got to pay for that. You get your tags. And after inspection, you got to pay for admission. Then you got to pay personal property tax. Who was driving the car? You or me?
Shit's crazy, man. Everything's a hustle.
That's all it is.
Everything's a hustle.
No matter what happened in this world, the world was shut down for you to say for a year financially for the United States of America, right? You still got to pay your taxes. You still got to do all this stuff. So people have to find a way to devise themselves so they can win.
Yeah.
And right now, I tell you, no one's. The housing market is crazy.
Right.
The vehicle market is crazy. You have these money earning interest savings and checking accounts. They're not making no money right now.
Right.
Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Chase banks are the worst banks for you.
That's a fact.
If you're blessed enough to get to a Navy Federal, or as a Navy Federal, or as Northwestern Federal, any type of federal credit union, try your best to put some money in there, because it's going to be different. You can earn something. And whatever you put in your savings, do not touch at all. Right. Or just take $3,500, put it into a money market account. Definitely try to play the stocks. You got to do that.
That's
and
right.
Set in all security, please. Set up your 401k plan now.
That's right.
Because you do not want to be in a situation 10 years from now and all you got is tour laminates.
And not only that, take care of your kids, man.
Take care of your kids. You got to.
Put something away for your children.
If you have these clients, listen to me. Try to create a situation where if your client lives in a home, has a house that he lives in, the property security, control his personal and property security. That is a must. Facts. Because even if the client doesn't move, he still has to have his house protected.
That's right. And we talked about this last show, man. We talked about the transportation.
Yeah.
Getting involved in the transportation, getting involved in all the movements that you're responsible for. You're responsible for how that client moves. So you want to be involved. You want to have your hands on everything.
Like the only two bodyguards I know, like that are doing, like Julius, Beyonce's bodyguard, like he has a situation where globally he has transportation set up, and Elijah with J. Cole controls the transportation also.
Right. And you can vet whether or not these people can drive. You can vet whether or not they're good at what they do, whether they could stay up the long hours, whether, all that shit. That's under your responsibility.
Yeah. Remember this. See, the people, fellas, we got to be smart now. The one thing about California is an employee-friendly state. So if you work over 8 hours,
Overtime.
you have this. This is where we got to start getting smart at. All right, based upon your client's financial situation, you could do an hourly rate. Now, if you go over 4 hours, then you do a daily rate. You got to, when you do these contracts with these people, you got to know, because you got to think this, right. If you work 18 hours, and just say this, we're gonna be nice. Say you get $750 a day, and you work over 18 hours. What the fuck is that?
It don't add up. That's less than
That's
less than $30 an hour.
See, and see, the one thing about people, don't look at the beginning number. Look at the end number.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's $750 a day, right, and you go over 8 hours, then now you should be getting paid again.
Because look, what's the average? Most of us are working 18-hour days.
Hell yeah.
You working 18-hour and almost 20-hour days. Don't talk about shows. Don't talk about award shows. Don't talk about performances. Those are 18-hour days, man. You gotta advance. You gotta advance the venue. You gotta walk the venue. You gotta bring them in. You gotta be you're the last one in. You're the first one in, last one out.
I'm gonna do one better than that, bro. If you're on a motherfucking tour bus, it's like let me tell you something. The minute you put your bag in that taxi cab, it's running the meter.
Yep.
If you're on a tour bus, you're working. You're away from your client. If you're traveling by air and it's a 7-hour flight, you're still working with your client. Yep. Whether it's private jet, helicopter, a hot air balloon, a fucking a blimp, you're still working.
Right. And that's another thing. That's another thing too, man. That's another thing too. Y'all gotta stop letting these fuckboy assistants and these assistant tour managers dictate how you get paid. They know nothing about this business. Don't let them dictate how you get paid and how much you get paid. You talk that shit directly to your client, directly to the person you're responsible for protecting.
Yep. If you're good enough to walk behind him, fight for him, go to jail for him, miss your kids for him, miss your birthdays for him, you're good enough to sit down and talk about your goddamn currency.
Facts.
You don't need no middleman.
That's gospel. That's gospel.
Because at the end of the day, everybody out there is an employee. Yep. He's the only one performing. Mm-hmm. I ain't never in my life seen the client and the manager on stage together. Other than
doing his ad libs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all got to be careful out there and stop letting these motherfuckers dictate. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. I know you out there is gig to gig. It's gig to gig. If you're good at what you do, if you're good at it, there will always be another gig.
Always.
I promise you.
What's our motto? Somebody in this world will need some protection.
Somebody gonna need it.
Somebody in this world will want to feel safe when they close their eyes at nighttime. Somebody in this world will need somebody to stand tall for them.
Yep. Ain't no such thing as an unemployment line for a gunman.
Nah. A hired gun and a hired muscle will always be in existence. Somebody has to protect the gate.
Yep. So don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall for the bullshit. I know a lot of you brothers is out there feeling like, oh man, I gotta accept this bullshit. $99 an hour, $99 a day. Come on, brother. Stop.
We are the black hand that controls everything. Everybody has to
say that.
I'm gonna give you a prime example. Tell people, what's our motto? You artists, be careful when y'all shit on these guys, because guys y'all shit on that might have worked for y'all. One day y'all gonna have to go back to their state. There's a situation tonight.
You gotta come home.
The artist shit on this guy, and sure enough, in that guy's city, the guy called me. They're in his city, and they got wind that guy's in town, and that guy going to the after party with motherfucking army.
Got to answer.
He want that bag. He wants some answers.
Got to answer.
So you are not let them lyrics that you say cloud your judgment reality, because you got to go back to these people that you shitted on when they work for you. You're gonna go back to their city, and if it ain't good, you're gonna have to have a strong chin, or you can put the people around you in a tight situation.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know anybody in the music business that travels with 100 people.
And listen, I said it before last show. If you're connected to us, if you're connected to Horseman, and you've been mistreated, all you dudes working on the other side, fall back.
Yep.
Fall back. Fall back. It ain't worth it. Trust me, it ain't worth it. Trust me, it ain't worth it.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Years ago, years ago, Yellow Man had a situation. What the guy? What do you call him? People, conscious rapper, right?
Uh-huh.
The guy's a rapper. The guy that he had a situation with is a rapper. He's an actor. Um, he's dated the female tennis player.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's dating the bald head comedian lady. He had a situation with Yellow Man.
Facts.
Just so he was in my city. Yellow Man sent me home. I went there. I told the security, "Look, man, I need to holler at your guy. I can promise you, if you let me holler at your guy," and I had the squad with me
all day.
So if you let me holler at your guy, I'm not gonna put you in the mix. But if I don't holler at your guy, see everybody behind me, they gonna eat you.
Facts.
He said, "Look, man, I'm gonna turn my head and just I said I ain't gonna hurt him, but he got to talk to my man on the phone. He said, I'm gonna turn my head, do what you do." I said, "Look, man, we're not gonna disrespect you. I promise you, we're not gonna touch him." But he got to explain himself to my man.
Facts.
Went in there, saw the guy. I say, "My man, you're my favorite artist, man. Can you just sign a sheet of paper for me?" He got close. I grabbed him. "Look, man, so and so sent me. I need you to get on the phone right now and talk to him." I FaceTime Yellow Man, put Yellow Man, they talked, got the phone back, told security, "Thank you very much. I'm man of my word. No one touched nobody." We left.
Yeah. Now that's law. That's law. Now some of y'all might be trying to act like, okay, well, no, it ain't like that. Trust me, it's like that.
Yeah.
Believe me when I tell you it's like that.
Listen, every person that we work for, every client in this world that has security, that's in his business, they have done somebody wrong or somebody they've dealt with have felt they've done wrong. So you don't know what type of feelings they're harboring. So you don't know what type of politics that you're gonna walk into.
Yeah. Yeah. And that go for the artists too, man.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta clean that up. You gotta clean that up. You gotta address that. There ain't no such thing as shitting on one of us and keeping it pushing.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do it. You gotta answer.
Yeah.
You gotta answer.
Because this don't make no sense. You can't have Joe Bob working for you, and you might have had discrepancy against Joe Bob. You fired him. Joe Bob got a family.
Yep.
He might have been counting that last check.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck the whole entire mix up.
Yep.
So Joe Bob might feel a certain way when you come to his town because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Listen, what you're talking about right now is something they call severance.
Yep.
Severance pay. There's a reason for that. There's a reason in corporations they have what's called severance pay. That means when you separate from this employee, when that employee separates from that employer, there has to be a severance package.
Come on.
Severance package. We're talking about people who are worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. If you think you're going to separate yourself from somebody willing to kill and die for you for nothing, you crazy. You crazy. Set up a severance package. Do it right.
Do it right.
Do it right. And this is coming from two men. This is coming from two men who don't have no problem separating. Don't have no problem. Keep it pushing.
Keep pushing.
Keep it pushing. But you're gonna do us right now. Or we're gonna have a conversation later. Period.
And see, Tank, this is the thing too also, right? When you work with these artists, keep the boundaries. The artists can tell you this. Everybody on the planet or everybody in America that's worked for somebody in this field we're in, at the end of the day, sometime or another, the client has told them, "I love you, I fuck with you, I got you." When you tell it's like you tell your child on Christmas, Santa's getting you a bike. No matter what, he's expecting a bike on Christmas.
Facts. Facts.
So when you with these people and you telling your personal protection, "Oh, I love you, I got you, it's all forever, man," and this man is committed to you, makes even though everything in life breaks up.
Yep.
but at least it ended on a professional level, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Every general, every commander, every captain, call it whatever you want, military or not. If you shit on your soldiers, they'll turn on you.
Yep, you have mutiny.
They'll turn on you. That's period. You can't shit on men willing to kill and die for you and expect to walk away clean.
Nah.
You can't do that. Not in this business. Last show, I said the same thing. We live in two different worlds.
Yep.
You an artist, that's your world. This is ours.
Yep.
And you got to come back here. You got to come back to the streets. You got to come back to the club. You got to come back to the strip club. You got to come back to the hood. And when you do, that's our world.
Yep.
Because you can't talk all that shit on rap songs. You can't talk all that shit trap songs and be afraid to go in the hood.
Nope.
Don't work out that way. You got to come back. You got to. And if not, we'll go to you. See, because we can go to both worlds.
Yep.
We can catch you at a corporation. We can catch you up at Sprite or whatever the fuck, Apple. Don't have no problem doing it.
And my thing is this, right? And I wish every artist in this industry, right? Because a lot of brothers got their wallet got fucked during the pandemic. If you artists are doing shows again right now, pull your team to a side. Your security. Hey, bro, I know it's fucked up for you. Know what I'm saying, but look, here's extra 6, extra 5, extra 10. That money you giving that man, you don't know what that money can do to that man's household.
Come on, man.
Because that man sat on ice for you for a year or 8 months, whatever the situation was. Make sure he good.
Make sure he good, man. Make sure he good. Now people ain't paying attention. We pay attention. When you sitting there giving a jeweler all your money for some fake shit and don't want to pay your protection.
I'm gonna tell you the most fucked up feeling in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Is go with your client to a strip club and your client throws $30,000 and you and your upper guard look at each other and be like, God damn, nigga, you could just do us 1,000 apiece. You know what I'm saying? Tip us. We the ones make sure you see we make you eligible to carry that money around here. See,
nah.
Narcissist. When a motherfucker has the audacity to throw it to some stink ass hole, they're gonna catch it from the next nigga, and the niggas that hold you down like the way the apostles held down Christ, and you can't make sure they all the way good.
Come on. Now I'm gonna do you one better. You know this. Who started the idea of making sure these strippers had to pay us in order to do what they do with our clients?
You did. And see, hold on. Because people might explain that. Explain it to them. Explain that what you're saying.
Listen to me. We the type of men, and we've always been. All you got to do is pay me what you owe me.
Yep.
All the rest of the money I get, I'll get on my fucking own.
Yep.
I don't need you to tip me out. Pay me what you owe me. But I'm gonna make sure everybody else involved pay me what they owe me.
Yep.
You ain't got to give me nothing extra. You ain't got to give me nothing extra.
When you go to these strip clubs, right, and your boss is VIP, you find out who the house lady is. You tell her, look, you pick out 20 of your girls. We're gonna let them back to the section, but each of your girl got to pay me $100 to get to the section.
Facts.
Now you're not fucking up their money because they still can dance to get their money.
Right.
But they gonna get back there.
Right. Because you know what? When there's chaos and all the girls are up there and there's too many girls and the girls is fighting this and fighting that, that's gonna fuck the section up.
Yep.
This is organization.
Yep.
We want only the girls who are serious. See, because a serious girl ain't gonna argue with you. How much? 100? You got it right here. Them the girls we want up there because them the girls is gonna take the job seriously.
Yep.
Now only a coward, only a punk motherfucker can look at that and try to say there's a problem with it.
Yep.
Only a punk motherfucker. And we done ran into several.
I'm gonna do you one better. Years ago, right? basketball player named Adam Pac-Man Jones, right? He went to a club in Las Vegas called Sapphires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him and Nelly, and they're in the club. Now they all had security, and they probably threw it together. They probably threw 45, maybe just say $60,000 total, right?
Yep.
Now the girls not knowing the rules, they see all the money. You got girls that aren't even supposed to be in that section coming over there,
scooping up the money.
Then it got into a situation where the security tried to put the non-dancing girls out. The non-dancing girls wouldn't got security, told security at the club that the bouncers the private security touched them when all it was no. We wanted these girls here.
Right.
And what happened was, of course, the house security want to get tough, run their mouth, not used to doing the type of element. You know what happened next?
Yep.
And goddamn cannons came out.
Yeah, dude got his head blown off. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So now, had it been a situation where when security went to the club, yo, who's the house mom? I need 15 girls. These are the only girls. You pick them.
Right.
Send them to me. This is what it costs. Right. And they keep it moving.
Right. I had it so good. I brought my own wristbands.
Did you?
I brought my own wristbands. You give them a wristband. You pay for this wristband. I know exactly what girls are. I know exactly what girl belong to us.
And you want to be truthful? We did it at the most chaotic club in America.
Come on.
Be live.
Stop it. Every time we came through.
Yep.
Client or not.
Yep. Client or not.
Client or not. Now, only a sucker will look at that and think there's a problem with it and try to stop that.
Come on.
Shit, I do you one better. VIPs at the shows.
Come on.
VIP passes.
Yep.
Now, if these are VIP passes and there's a VIP section after the show, and we're responsible for protecting the VIP section, how the fuck you gonna tell me who I can bring in the VIP section?
Hello.
What kind of sense does that make? Now, you giving passes to your fuckboy entourages so they can go bring back any kind of scallywag they find.
Yep.
For nothing. I don't fuck with scallywags. So my passes are going to paying customers.
Yep.
So you gonna mean to tell me I can't bring back paying customers because you got all these fucking scallywags back here and there's a problem?
Come on. How many times we had a shit? You remember that? In Detroit. The motherfucking Detroit Lions, they try to come in. No. We got this, Joe. If you want to come in here, this is a price.
Right.
We ain't never walked in anybody's locker room, anybody's dugout for free.
Right.
So either you pay the motherfucking price,
right,
or do what you think you can do physically to me.
Right. See,
and then you kill me, you in free. I kill you, you still get my money.
Absolutely. Now, this was so crazy about it. We the only ones. First of all, we ain't gonna sneak and we ain't gonna hide. Nope. I ain't sneaking or hiding from nothing.
No.
And I don't give a fuck where we at. I don't give a fuck if I'm in Toronto. I don't give a fuck if I'm in France. I ain't sneaking and hiding nothing.
No.
These are paying customers.
If you told us, and this is for all security, if you had the keys to the motherfucking yard and it's your shit, you run that shit the way you run your shit. That's your general population. You are the motherfucking shot caller.
That's the only way it could be.
Free, and they're gonna tighten you up for free, and they're gonna tighten you up how you supposed to conduct business. What the fuck's the issue?
Come on, man. And these are your rappers, your stomp down G's.
Yep.
Come on, man. Stop. You can't be a cool ass motherfucker. You can't be the playboy and the one that can walk through the hood untouched. We could take you through New Orleans. We could take you through the bottoms. We could take you to Pork and Beans. We could take you to all those places. You walk through untouched. But when it comes to a stadium or it comes to a motherfucking arenas,
yeah.
Now all of a sudden you want to put chains and collars on us. Nah, we're not doing that.
And Tank, this is another thing too, right? All security knows this, right? If you secure for somebody and your client is safe and you're doing whatever you're doing, should nobody? This is where the shit gets fucked up. Your business is your business. You don't. Another nigga should not worry about what you do or your money at all. That's
Come
your
on, man.
business.
Come on, man.
See, this is the thing that gets so fucked up. Everybody in everybody else's business. Because I promise you, every fucking assistant, every fucking stylist, they didn't got there and took that nigga's credit card, got Jordans. They didn't brought something. So nigga, that's stealing.
That's exactly what that is. That's larceny.
Business.
That's larceny. That's larceny.
So you see, but once again, I told you, I've had this conversation 2 hours ago with somebody. There's too many males on this earth, and there's no men. Because we're talking, right? And this is why I don't understand. I'm gonna get off topic. This is why I don't understand. I'm so confused on how is it. I'm just gonna use this motherfucking person's name. I don't understand how anybody I'm just gonna say this, that's a violent barbarian, straight up gladiator, could be in the same club as Jake Paul, this motherfucking culture vulture, not knock his motherfucking dick off and take his chain. I'm just curious how people let. Years ago, you had to be somebody to move around like somebody. Nowadays, everybody does shit. Everybody wants to be associated with somebody.
Come on,
when
man.
Strong, you have never in your life, I always say this, you have never in your life seen, what happens when you pour bleach and ammonia in the same bottle? It can kill you because they're two strengths.
Yep.
But you niggas out here will let somebody put Kool-Aid and bleach in a cup together like they don't go together.
Come on. Rainbow Boy.
Bleach kills stains.
Mm-hmm.
Kool-Aid quenches thirst. Two different things.
That don't mix.
Yeah.
That don't mix. Rainbow Boy.
Yeah.
Rainbow Boy. They done fooled you into thinking Rainbow Boy is acceptable. He's acceptable. Now I don't know what gangster. You know there was a time I gang banged. You knew that. You know that. At what point in life you can be associated with gang members and be a gang member, call yourself a gang member yourself, and associate yourself with this rainbow hair fool? And that should be acceptable.
It's crazy. I'm gonna tell you one better. I was taking a shit yesterday, right? I was looking at the internet. I seen this guy on there, black guy. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna get his name. He works. He does YouTube with this guy named Dr. Greg something, right? This bodybuilding guy. And they were talking about Cali Muscle. What the fuck does it matter if he's natural or unnatural? That's that man's business. My thing is this. Everybody be worried about what the fucking next man is doing. Why are you worried about another nigga's hustle? Even in security world, we don't give a fuck about what your hustle is. We want to make sure anybody out there is getting top dollar.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. All you got to do is abide by the laws. That's it.
If you was getting $6.7 million a day, I bow down and commend you, bro. Keep getting that motherfucking bag. Because that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going to uplift you. Yo, bro, I'm your biggest fan. Get that money, boy. Right. But it's the shit on other niggas. Come on, bro. You can't do that, man.
Come on. It's funny you said that. It's funny you said that because I was coming back from the plane and I found myself watching the documentary on McGuire and Sosa and the home run race.
Yeah.
It wasn't a problem. It was never a problem until a nigga started breaking them records.
Barry Bonds. Yep.
It wasn't a problem till Barry Bonds started breaking records. When he shattered these motherfuckers' records, then all of a sudden it was a problem. All of a sudden you worried about what they was putting in their body. Jerry Maguire looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger with a bat.
Mark McGuire, yeah.
Mark McGuire. Nobody said nothing. Praised him, loved him. Barry Bonds came in here and smashed him. Smashed the record. What, 75 home runs in a single season?
Yep.
Come on, man.
That's the crazy part. If you're going to be realistic, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds saved baseball.
Yeah, they did. But not just them. Jose Canseco. I mean, 94 after the fucking World Series, after they canceled the World Series, after the owners and the players canceled the World Series because they wasn't getting enough money, baseball was done.
Yep.
Nobody gave a fuck about baseball. Stadiums were empty. It wasn't until they started cracking home runs that all of a sudden people started watching baseball.
Yep.
But it wasn't until Barry Bonds got to hit where he was that all of a sudden they started doing fucking Congress meetings and shit, worried about what the fuck somebody got in their vein. Let me tell you something. Athletes been on something forever since the
Forever.
inception of it.
You be forgetting the Nazi soldiers were more pharmaceuticals than any bodybuilder known to man.
Full of everything, not just the Nazi stuff. The U.S. soldiers,
Yeah.
police departments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this straight, dog. Let's get this straight. It has been known scientifically that higher amounts of testosterone create more angry, more violent men. That's just a known fact.
You can go to the DOC in California. You can go to federal. You can go. One time, it was at Leavenworth in Lewisburg. They had the biggest, strongest prison guards. At one time in Lewisburg Federal Penitentiary, they had 25 correction officers, or not correction officers, BOB. BOB guards, bench over 500 pounds.
Monsters. West Valley. They had the biggest motherfucking correctional officers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Chino.
No one's telling them to piss in the cup.
Come on, man. Stop it. These motherfuckers couldn't even fit in their uniforms.
Thank you.
But yet still you pulling the weights off the yard. Which backfired.
Yep.
Because now you pulling the weights off the yards. Niggas might not have been as big, but they were leaner, they were faster,
yep.
They had more stamina.
Yep.
You got motherfuckers doing 1,000 push-ups a day and still fucking the guards up.
Yep. It's not just that, mate. You have them to have their mind more. Their mind is more. It's not even idle no more.
Yeah, it's focused.
Everything.
It's focused. Yeah. It's focused.
But see, that's history. What they try to do, like you say, for the average penitentiary in America, right, where you got people that are serious weightlifting, they not beating the shit out of people with dumbbells and curl bars.
They beating the shit out the weights.
Yeah.
Niggas is focused on getting them 3 hots.
Yep.
Getting them 3 hots and them 1,000 reps. They trying to get that weight up.
Yep.
You got to start asking yourself, when violence increased in the yards, when the riots increased in the yards, it was after they took the weights out. It was after.
This was so funny, right? If we're going to be realistic, right? I can't think of all the names, but I'll say one name, J.L. Marcus, right? J.L. Marcus sells vitamins, tennis shoes, clothes, hats. They're one of the biggest distributors to all the penitentiaries. And I know it's probably more. I can't think of all the names. Those are billion-dollar companies. Their only clients are incarcerated. Yep. Just think of the retailer that sells the Department of Correction at federal penitentiaries, the commissary. Those are billion-dollar businesses.
Money hand over fist.
Just imagine this, right? I think Texas has the most state and federal penitentiaries. Just imagine, right? Just imagine. There's commissary, there's clothes, you got to buy your TV, tennis shoes. For generations. These ain't no mom and pop stores.
No. And it's guaranteed business.
Look, man, in North Carolina, the inmates make the furniture and they sell it.
Make it 25 cents an hour.
Yeah. Well, I think certain cases, like say it's called enterprise, if people make the furniture, they may make anywhere from 75 cents an hour. I think the highest paid institution job is like $1.50.
Crazy.
Other than that, majority of all the jobs, like the houseman makes 25 cents an hour. The main kitchen, you anywhere from 52, maybe 60 cents an hour, based upon based upon the establishment, how big the compound is. But if you really look at this shit is crazy, man. Like these penitentiaries, these federal institutions, these are And we're not even talking about how many institutions there are in Florida or California. Fuck, look at New York. New
Mm.
York got several state and federal facilities. Look at Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna do one better. Tell you something for a second. Now, little young white girl, she went missing, right? I think she went missing August, was it? Maybe August 24th or September 11th, right? She went missing in Wyoming, right?
Right.
Look at the non-stop exposure. Listen to me, Tank. In the state of Wyoming, it's from 2011 to 2021. It's been 711 Native American women and children missing, and it's not even talked about
At all. Crazy.
at all.
Crazy. I just saw a story about Chicago. It's
This,
crazy.
this white girl got more publicity. Now, it's crazy that she's missing or she's dead, but look at all the other children out here of color that are missing, or ladies that are missing. They don't even talk about it. Look at in the state of Wyoming. You trying to tell me from 2011, 21, 711 people are missing? That's more than some of them rural towns have, and nobody know nothing.
Don't nobody know nothing. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
That should tell you everything you need to know. And then they want to talk about sex trafficking and everything else.
Yeah.
It's happening right there in front of your face. Sex trafficking, human organ trafficking. It's all right there in front of your face.
I remember you was with me. We were in Seattle, Washington. We was advancing the after party, right? So I was standing outside. I was talking to Seneca Wallace, right? He was like a backup for the Seattle Seahawks, right? We were talking. He's like, you know what, man? You know what's so crazy? I don't know how the fuck we start talking. He was like, yo, the state of Washington leads America in white slavery. I said, what? He goes, yeah, there's more people because we're close to the Canadian border. Between Vancouver and Washington State, there's so many young girls missing out here. It's crazy. You know, and when I saw that shit on TV about that girl right next to about the 711 Native American women, I'm like, wow, I remember somebody told me this years ago.
Yep.
It's a crazy world, man.
That's how long it's been happening. The fact of the matter, if you want any real information, you have to go find it yourself. Because you ain't getting none of this shit on TV. You can forget about it.
I feel sorry for all these people that try to flee Haiti, come to America, and they just left them in the water.
Trashed them. Now juxtapose that to all the people coming over from Mexico.
Yeah.
I tell you everything you need to know. And then tell you at the same time, well, we're trying to do elections where you don't need ID. Well, I wonder why.
Yep.
I wonder why.
They got something work with the cartel.
Exactly. You flooding America with illegal immigration so they can vote for you motherfuckers.
And Tank, this is the thing too, right? If we're gonna really be honest about this government shit, right? Just like everything in life has to get cleaned out. It's called summer cleaning. This administration, Senate, Congress, Supreme Court, it all needs to get. Listen, Supreme Court is the only job in America. You have a job until you die.
Crazy.
Now, we know this, right? Joe Biden, now Donald Trump never mentally existed. So how you got somebody older than both of them reviewing your case? All this shit. See, this is the part that gets me so. I tell you over time. All you gangbangers from South Carolina, y'all supposed to been got motherfucking Lindsey Graham out of office. It's like all you gangbangers in the state of Kentucky. Why is Lindsey Graham still there?
Right.
In the state of Georgia, how the fuck is what's that girl's name? The green girl, the crazy girl. How she's from Rome, Georgia. The biggest thing that happened in Rome, Georgia, is how they dogged that young black football player.
That's right.
For that charge.
Yep.
Like this, it behooves me how anybody that's from South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Louisville, I'm saying Kentucky, how y'all, Florida, y'all know what your grandfather, great grandma, all y'all went through, y'all still living there. Y'all, first of all, why y'all not doing nothing?
Right.
The fact that Dylan Roof made it through that jail is insane. He killed all them grandmas in church.
Yeah, the fact that he's still breathing is crazy. Well, shit. George Zimmerman is still kicking rocks somewhere.
Let me tell you something. when that guy was running for governor in California, it was a black guy named Larry Elderman or something like that. When you, let me tell you something. George Zimmerman, in that case right there, stings me so much because I've never seen a father that pacifist about your son getting murdered. It's to that case. It's more to that case than what we ever gonna know.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Because I see nobody killing something belonging to me, and the world not bleeding every day.
Come on. Damn sure ain't about to be an activist for none of that shit.
No. Because if
Fuck
I
that.
could have got George, his mom would have felt it. His daddy would have felt it.
Somebody
His
got
cat
to go.
would've-
Somebody got to go.
I'd have went to his house and broken the house and tore the carpet up.
Yeah.
Somebody got to get hurt.
Somebody got to feel something.
Something. But if you and me step on somebody's shoe, it's issue.
Come on.
Guns are drawn.
Uh-huh. Guns are drawn, yeah.
When society really, I always say this, when everybody settles down, right, and really gets on the same page, watch how much nonsense don't get accepted no more. I tell everybody, in 1997, if Kim Kardashian would have made a fucking film, that bitch would just been a bitch with a unibrow, no ass, no titties, still doing something, still being parasitic system. Because we're thirsty for the social media bullshit. We make these people exist.
That's right. Give them life.
How the fuck you got all these fitness gurus out here? Now, when you was 18, you were. This is what gets me. If you're gonna be a guru on something, show me what you did.
Mm-hmm.
What is your history? Now you're 46 years old. You done got on some juice and learned the fucking high protein, low carb diet, and at max you weigh 167. Now you're a guru.
Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
When you were 15 years old, you were scared to use the bathroom in high school. They would beat you up and dunk you in the toilet. But now all of a sudden you're a guru. See,
right.
One thing that we do, our culture, we let men get reborn again. If you was a sucker from 15 to 21, how the fuck you a gladiator at 31?
Come on. Impossible.
I don't give a fuck if BJ Penn trained you. You still was a sucker?
Impossible.
Like last night, Anthony Smith beat the black guy up in the ring in the fight, then got on top and screaming, yelling, cussing. Why would you say it to John Jones?
Yeah.
Why you ain't say it to the I can't think of the dude Reeves, the Dominic Reeves, and knocked you out? Why would you talk shit to him? Why is everybody want to pick on somebody they feel that it's a fight, man? It's a UFC. Okay, cool, you won. Everybody, first of all, Anthony Smith, people in this day and age, controversy sells. You understand? You got to sell a ticket. But bro, keep respect. I keep telling everybody what we see today at the Mayweather party. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck. Out of every rapper that was there, every sports there, Usman had the most people. Usman had a 30-man entourage Zopan with him.
Facts.
Out of everybody, Usman had the biggest entourage security with him.
Yep.
He had the big team in there.
Yep. You move correctly.
Kobe Covington, you run your mouth. What if you'd have bumped Usman at Club Live?
Come on.
See, this is the thing. These guys talk all this shit, but don't go to. Like I tell you, sooner or later, Conor McGregor gonna run across. I tell you, that big nigga that beat with Machine Gun Kelly. I know the people in Conor McGregor's detail. They don't want him
At all.
They don't want him. He's from Ohio. They don't want him
at all.
He gave them all what they wanted. Yep. They don't want him.
Yep.
So, buddy, you're gonna get the wrong person.
Yep.
Some people in this world got some real hitters with them.
Come on. And I can't wait, man. I get chills just thinking about it. It's about to be that time. It's gonna be your team versus ours.
Yep.
It's about that time. I can't wait. That's where it's coming down to. And the weak gonna have to be exposed.
Yep.
All that comfortable shit is out the window.
Everybody gonna get on the same page. This is how it's supposed to be, right? I'll give you an example, right? This is how it's supposed to be. If you work for Box of Cereal, and Box of Cereal fucks you over, and all right, and you don't work there no more, and Box of Cereal's coming to my town, and you hit me up, I'm supposed to make sure everybody in Box of Cereal's team feel it.
Yep.
We're supposed to keep these niggas a rat in the maze. Yep. Either get right or get vanished.
That's law. That's law.
That's how it's got. Prime example. You're not going to be on the yard tank and talk shit to somebody and go to another institution because they're going to send a kite. When you get there, they're going to serve you what you order. same rules got to apply out here.
Got to. And the kites are so easy to be
Yeah.
sent today. The kites are so easy to be sent. There's nowhere to hide.
And take another thing too. Everybody in the security business, whether you work for the smallest guy to the biggest guy, you didn't put somebody on. So you guys, your man, your homie, your friend, your sidekick, whoever puts somebody on, he can pass on. Bro, y'all pay homage to the man that put y'all on.
Yeah, that's the law. You got to kick up.
There is no such thing as a Lone Ranger bodyguard. Everybody's connected.
Yeah, you got to kick upstairs. Come on.
Everybody's got to show love because no one's better than nobody.
That's right. You got to kick up.
Like my man Sales, he run Moneybag Yo Security. If he ever called me like, yo, Jay, these people did something, foul to me, I'm gonna tell him, my brother, when they come to my town, I'm gonna give them a get well card from you. Trust me.
Absolutely.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. Pressure.
No
Pressure.
artist is above security.
That's right. Pressure. We're gonna apply pressure.
In the minute every security person stands tall together, watch how we change the industry.
Yep.
You can't be working for this dude right here for 7 years and you still driving a Honda Civic that you put payments on and he on his 20th car.
No. Or worse yet, he got $1 million chain.
Yeah.
No.
And you don't get no per diem.
Come on.
I ain't saying you got to eat a table out there at Ruth Chris, but at least make sure you got your per diem.
Right. Or they're trying to fire you because you're selling tickets.
Yeah.
Nah. You got to answer.
Or if it's your child's birthday, let that man go home and see his child.
Yeah.
Let him stay.
Yeah. That's right.
And the reality is, too, thank all you guys that work for these artists, and you got to check a firearm, let your artists pay for that.
Yeah.
When you submit your invoice, submit that $30. And this is the funny thing. You can't tell me to fly off the artist. I got to be at the airport 45 minutes to an hour to check my blicky in. So either fly me ahead of him or make sure I'm at the airport 2 hours when he gets there.
Right. And if you're gonna carry that blinky, get insurance.
Yeah.
And charge that insurance.
Yeah.
Charge that insurance.
There is no way no bodyguard in this business right now should be paying for his own bag if you're toting a hammer for your boss.
Come on.
Before you even get the job, you hire me an arm. Everywhere we go and we fly commercial. I have to check it in. I have to be there 45 minutes to an hour to check in. Mm-hmm. And fellas, you have to learn what states. Don't get tripped up because you got a government in Ohio. Ohio covers, I think, 47 states. Do not go to New York City. No. If you really want to carry the ham for your boss in New York City, they need to fly you into Philadelphia. Then from Philadelphia, they need to put you in a fucking Uber, take you to New York. Yep. Or fly you into Delaware and take you to New York. Don't fall for the okie doke. You can't fly in a JFK or LaGuardia, and you damn sure Port Authority will put you in a trick bag.
Fast. Yeah. Quick, fast. You know how to proper credentials. Quick, fast.
I don't care if you call American Airlines. I don't care if you call Port Authority. They'll trick you. Oh, yeah, it's fine. As soon as you get there, the guy, lady will say, hold on one second. What's it called? The representative at the desk. Hold on one second.
Yep.
And then come back to Port Authority, NYPD.
Yep. Let you take off and land in the motherfucker.
Yep.
They'll let you check it and then land in the motherfucker.
Yep.
Back in the days when I flew commercial, I wasn't flying into NYC. I wasn't flying. Yep. No, JFK is not happening. Nope. You would have to fly me to Jersey.
Yep.
BWI.
Yep. And you can tell me that from BWI in a car to New York City is only, depending on traffic, is 4 hours and 32 minutes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, Tank, with no traffic, you can make it in 3 hours and 27 minutes.
Yep. How badly they want to be protected.
Yep. Don't get on that goddamn train. Don't do that. Because once you get on the train, don't get on the train. Still federal also.
Yep. how badly you want to be protected.
Nope. If you want them hammers that bad, tell the nigga to put you in a motherfucking get your car service, an SUV.
Yep.
Because obviously you got to stretch your legs out. You can be in the car for 4 or 3 hours and go.
And that's what it
when
is.
It's time to, if he's flying commercial, send your ass to goddamn Pennsylvania, fly to Pennsylvania, meet him next city.
Yep. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. Don't put your freedom at risk trying to save somebody some money to save their life.
Save their life.
That shit makes absolutely no sense. You're going to put your freedom at risk. You're going to put your family at risk to save them some money. Somebody who's paying strippers and buying jewelry, you want to save them some money.
Yeah. Even in California, if you have your firearm, you don't got to conceal from it, you still can travel with your gun. Just put it in a lockbox. Have in the car, put it in a lockbox.
Yep.
Because what happens, a lot of people get these permits in California, they get a permit out of Orange County.
I mean, you can get it out of Orange County, you can get it out of San Bernardino, you can get it out of Riverside County. But once you step into Hollywood and Beverly Hills, it's a no-go. It's a no-go situation.
You can put it in a lockbox.
Right. Exactly.
And Tank, another thing is, too, stop wearing these goddamn John Wayne holsters. Get yourself the nice one. You ain't got to put it in your hip. Get a nice one that's concealed. You can hold a Glock 19. You know what I'm saying?
And I
put it in your front. Your shirt should be able to come down. Because a lot of times you got these guys got these guns, and the holster is giving it away. Ain't nobody supposed to know what you have.
Exactly.
You yourself a nice holster, put right in the front.
That's the idea. Nobody's supposed to know you got it.
Yeah.
See, a lot of you motherfuckers, man, and let's just keep it real, man. Y'all got to stop playing these video games. Y'all got to stop playing these video games and going out here and dressing up like video game characters.
Yep.
We got to stop it. We got to cut that shit out. I know it looks good on the action movies. I know it looks good on the fucking video games, but understand, that shit ain't real world. That's not real world.
Let me say this too. Listen to me. I know the tours are starting. I know the concerts are going. Listen to me. If it's a one-man detail or two-man detail, remain focused when your boss is on the fucking stage. If somebody, put yourself in it, put it this way, right? We both know this. The stage at an arena is going to be bigger and longer than a stage in a fucking amphitheater, all right? Put yourself, you could be right next to the curtain on the side of the stage where no one sees you, all right? It should not take you more than 7 seconds to get to your boss. Anything 7 seconds, you're done. Pay attention. Have your fucking phone on vibrate. Put that motherfucker into your pocket and stay focused.
Stay focused.
Before your boss hits the stage, go check out the stage. Find out how easy it is for somebody to jump on stage. Talk to the motherfuckers in front of the stage. What you want to do, you're the boss. You can tell the venue, I don't want no 5, 6 guys in front of the stage. Get the tallest guys, because if somebody jumps, if you're 5'6", and I stand on top of the gate, now I'm taller than you.
Right.
Or if you had a situation where the stage is on the floor, put one guy in the middle, one guy on the side.
You know that. You know that. Yellow Boy. We never had those situations. We never had those situations. You got to get past me. You got to get past me on the floor to get up, even get up on the stage.
And for the love of God, when your man is on stage, watch everything.
Come on.
And this is what is supposed to be told. You've already had a talk with the entourage. If I'm on stage right and entourage on stage left on the stage with Hennessy bottles drinking, bro, we're a team now. We're in the trenches. We're in traffic. Don't let nobody not came with us come past you.
Period.
Or do what I used to do back in there by myself. I might do one song here, next song there.
Yep.
If it's this hype song, I'm going to run back and forth.
Yep.
And make sure you got a proper type of footwear on, because some of these stages, I know you guys wear these Magnum boots. Magnum boots and wet surfaces aren't friends. When you get to the concert place, test the stage out. We poor little water on stage. See how your footwear is gonna be capable of handling it.
Right.
That's even some carpet you go to.
Right.
Always make sure your footwear can handle the surface.
Right. And not only that, you know this, you got to walk the yard. All
Yeah,
those staff employees, all those staff guards, those daily workers. Make sure them daily workers know who you are.
yeah.
They're a tool. You're supposed to utilize that tool.
Because this is what you do. As soon as you get to the city and the doors open, if you can, before you get there, already talk to the venue security. If you have time to get there, go talk to them. But if your boss, one of them guys that has you tied up, you're by yourself, because it's very rare that the artist goes straight from the car to the stage. But if it's that
Right.
type of situation, tell the assistant or the manager, let me do my walkthrough, give me a couple minutes. Go in there, pull up the staff. Yo, I need to see this. I need to change the look of the security in front of the stage.
Right. Right. And sometimes you
If
got
I,
to switch people out. If this
yeah,
motherfucker's 80 years old, well, then now he can't work the front of the stage.
yeah,
If they got 6 women on the front of the stage, you can't do it. Sorry.
no,
Because they're not going to be able
you
to stop people from jumping over that fucking gate.
you have to put yourself in the best position to win. If it's two guards for one pit to assist, and you control the stage. If if it's a high stage, then both of y'all can play the stage.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's cool. I know it's cool to see the dudes get tackled off the motherfucking stage. That's all fine and good, but you've already failed so many times in order for them to make it on the stage. If they
All I
make it,
say is,
if they make it on the stage, you failed already.
listen, you can look at a video from years ago. And they got on stage, Plies told security fall back. And they got close to Plies and body slammed them. I don't give a fuck what your artist say. When your artist is talking to a stranger, you're supposed to intervene. You're supposed to be that artist. The nigga had to try to reach over you to touch your artist. It has to be understanding.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
your boss taking pictures with somebody, should no man put his arm around your boss.
Uh.
It's a picture. This is not date night. It's just a picture.
Absolutely. And you know how we play. You know how we
Yeah.
play. Can't nobody talk alone. If you in the trenches, if you in the field, can't nobody talk without me. You can't talk to somebody without me knowing what's
No.
going on.
And when you go to these places, even if they say they cool, let them know you're going to meet my boss. Please be respectable. Have a talk with them before they go back there.
Yeah.
If you somewhere and niggas try to shove the phone in your boss' face, no, we ain't going. Before your boss interacts with somebody, these are my rules to talk to my boss.
Facts.
He's
Facts.
not doing no FaceTime. He's not doing hugs and kisses. It's hey, what's up, and we're gone.
That's right.
If you can't understand my rules, I apologize. We know you're a fan, but at the end of the day, this is my house. You got to respect my house rules.
That's right.
I'm not saying you got to be a bully. What I'm saying is you got to play defense because we don't know the element out there. Because a lot of times these guys get mad, they can get a picture. So position yourself in a situation where you can be verbal or tentative, and at the same token, you can put yourself to win. If somebody's being unruly before your boss even comes out, he can't come around.
Period. He should be removed.
Yeah.
He should be removed.
Don't be afraid to tell your boss, look, man, I don't feel this right here. This guy, his energy's bad. So I'm giving you advice. You shouldn't even entertain this guy. Right. And tell you, this is the one thing. When you go to these hotels, it's always the same 7 guys out with the pictures, with the albums and microphones. Believe me, they're selling that shit.
That's right.
And when you guys check into the hotel, years ago, we went to New York all the time. I asked the guy, how do you keep knowing where we are? He said, what I do is I know everybody's name. I just call everybody's hotel until I say this person's name. They say, yeah, he's here. I know what hotel y'all at.
Exactly.
Or I look at the Entourage Instagram.
Yeah, they're not looking for the client. They're not looking for him. They're looking for the people around him. They're looking for you thirsty ass niggas around you. Posting everybody's details on the ground.
When you get to the city, you don't have to wear the fucking boss's fucking merchandise to say you're in the city. You don't got to wear the t-shirts or the hoodies or the hats. Just get in the city first. See the element. See the energy.
That's right. You got it. Bottom line, you got to be proactive, man. You can't be reactive to everything. You got to be proactive. You got to be ahead of the game. That's your whole reason for being, is to be ahead of the game.
And a lot of times these artists, they don't want to cut to the kitchen, go to the loading dock. They want to go to the front door. They might be like, yo, I got 3 security. Why can't I go to the front door? Okay, cool. We're trying to play prevention, boss. Because if somebody runs up on you and we put them straight and they try to come for this lawsuit, we don't want you getting mad at us because we push them away.
Exactly.
Now, either we got to have total control over this or no control.
Right.
If you want to go to this front door and they run up on us, we're going to shut them down.
Facts.
So all you do is back me up.
Right. You can't control the way I react.
Yeah.
To our safety, because it's y'all safety. It's you and the client. The client can't control how you react to someone impeaching on y'all safety. That's just how it is.
Everybody that does security in America has been to a pool, has dealt with a lifeguard. What does lifeguard take? No running, no diving in shallow water, and no horse playing inside the water. Man, I'm a good swimmer, cool. But to me, it looks like you're drowning. You can't tell me what my eyes see.
Right.
I'm here to prevent anything from happening.
Right.
You fuck around and play with your friends, you get a Charlie horse and drown. I'm going to lose my job. And your parents will sue the pool.
Exactly. Our job is to assess the threats.
Yeah.
That ain't your job. Your job is to sing, rap, or dance. Or catch balls.
Any person that didn't come with us on his bus, on his plane, in his sprinter, is a threat. Otherwise, found out not to be a threat.
That's right. Oh, man, you dropping some jewels.
Crazy.
You're dropping them jewels on them.
Yeah.
You're dropping them jewels on them, man. This is what they need to hear, man. Yeah. It's about to be tour time. It's going to be a whole lot of cats in the field. It's going to be a whole lot of new booties in the field, too.
And this is the funny thing, too, Tank. When y'all go to these new cities and they got these drivers, before your boss gets in the car, talk to the driver, look in the car, make sure it's only the driver, and tell the driver, look, make sure the driver's mirror's not looking your boss's eyes, make sure your driver's not on the motherfucking phone, make sure your driver, his cousin's not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? The driver, y'all go to these cities, you want to talk to him.
Right. And a red flag out the gate is a driver that talks too much. Is a driver that talks too much. If you got a driver that talks too much, replace him.
You don't want to hear how he just drove Little Bert last week. That's cool, bro. I'm talking about this week.
Yeah.
You know?
Replace him.
We want to hear how little JoJo was here. Like, no, that's cool, bro. This is what we doing today.
Yeah. Get him out of there.
Get him out, yeah. Because I know pretty horror stories. The motherfucker, the client got in the car. The security checked the car out. The driver had his girl. Oh, she just with me tonight. What? Come on, man.
Get him out of there.
Yeah, the driver should ask your client what type of music you listen to. You already told him. Have the radio station set right here, or don't have the music on at all.
Right. You should already have the aux cord or the Bluetooth set up before they get in the car. See, real clients appreciate shit like what we talking about right now. A lame ass nigga ain't gonna care about none of the shit we talking about. But people who really value their safety, they know exactly what we talking about.
If you know your boss and y'all using a car in town, then you go to the fucking convenience store. You get his water. You get his magazine. You get his gum, his fucking Jolly Ranchers, Sour Patch Kids, all in the car. So when you get in the car, his shit is straight. Or if you don't do it, you make sure the system, you know this what he want. Make sure he's in the car.
That's right. See, there was a time where you provided all things.
Yeah.
There was a time where you provided all things. Oh, you need some Viagra? We got that.
Yeah. You make sure before you go to this. How you doing? Can I speak to head security here in the front desk manager, nighttime security? Hi, this is so and so. My boss, Black Tony's coming today. We're staying on this floor right here. My room is right here.
Right.
Also, I want to make sure his room has no incoming calls. All of his calls should be sent to my room.
Come on.
What time room service closed? Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. See.
And if your boss smokes, how you doing? What is the rules for smoking here? If they smoke, is it a $300 limit for smoking? Boom. Tell the assistant, if boss wants to smoke, go ahead and tip him up $300 right now.
Already.
This.
Yep. Yeah. Set it up already. You should know what
Because
kind of girls he fucking with. Yep.
You don't need security knocking your boss door at 1 o'clock in the morning because in there smoking. You
Yep.
already put everything in effect.
Yep.
And if you're gonna be truthful, Tank, the day you get there, you're trying to find out any kids are on the floor because your boss is smoking. You don't want somebody's parent, like my little sons. And it's so much stuff that they don't realize what we got to do to make sure he's happy.
That's right. That's right. And it ain't always about smashing and busting heads, man.
Huh.
It's deeper than
Playing
rap.
chess out there.
Yeah, it's deeper than rap.
Way deeper. Every piece on this board can be used to protect, prevent.
That's right.
All we trying to do is move the king from point A to point B safe. That's all we trying to do.
Nah, man, that's great.
But you know, it's a blessing talking tonight, bro.
Come on, man. It's always a good time, man. We're gonna be here next week too.
Hell yeah, next week. All right. Be safe, my bro.
All right, you too, man. Blessings.
All right.
Oh man, good. Another great show. Some major jewels they dropped on you. And I hope y'all paying attention and taking notes, man. I hope y'all paying attention and taking notes and taking heed to everything that was said. And shit, I'm tired. And I'm hungry. I got a plate waiting on me. Oh, I can't wait. It's going down. So I'm gonna close out like we do every show. With all due honor and praise to the Most High, we worship thee through the divine image of our lives. Amen. And good night.